So you want to be a super successful YouTuber and make millions of dollars. Well, honestly, you don't really need any of this. So, fun fact, I love YouTube. The whole behind the scenes has been so fascinating to me for years. Box and the camera's here, and then you can see what it looks like. I love cameras, I love editing, I've always loved that stuff, but this is gonna sound so stupid. Especially years ago when my channel was first growing, I would purposely hide a lot of that to just be like straight up and honest with you guys and super real and blunt. I realized how competitive I used to be back in the day, and I would even notice myself hiding what cameras and lenses I was using and not wanting to tell YouTube or even certain friends or like whatever, just because I genuinely, like, this is like weird to admit, I felt like a lot of my value was in my editing and my knowledge, and people would always come to me for advice, and I felt like if everyone starts using the lens I'm using, that like my channel is nothing, and that's so wrong to think that way. And you know, we've come a long way since then. We've grown a lot, hence this video. So if you want more videos like this, let me know. Also, if you want to hear more stuff like this, you should listen to my podcast with Remy, because we've actually done a handful of episodes that go in and we spill all the freaking tea about like branded trips, like what really goes on. I have friends who have actually had to go to court because they signed something and had no idea.
Oh my God.
And they didn't know. They were young, they got taken advantage of, and someone said, hey, you're gonna owe me 40% of your earnings, when like, you don't know, you know, you're just so excited that someone wants you. You have to be so careful. Management, agents, all that stuff, like, I love all of that. I love the business side of this. It's just so interesting to me. Also, we're gonna be doing 4 stops of live shows, so you should go buy tickets and you can listen to us. Okay, now a little disclaimer. Please keep in mind, this is coming from a very overly perfectionist workaholic. All of the things I'm gonna say goes to my own style. I'm willing to bet there are hundreds of other vloggers who don't work this way, and that's totally fine for them. So one of the #1 questions that I actually get is people asking me what camera and equipment I personally use, but I actually don't really like spending too much time on all of that, because just use the best camera you have. There's so much more to YouTube than that, but I'll go through it real quick. For this channel, I usually use a Canon 5D Mark IV, and I love a nice wide lens. My favorite is the Canon 16 to 35mm 2.8. I use it pretty much every single day. I love it so good. Now, a wider aperture equals a blurrier background, so if you want that nice beauty guru look, that's what I'll usually do. 1.2 50mm is butter. And if you didn't know, I do have a second channel, which is my vlog channel, AlishaMarie Vlogs. Go subscribe. And I am constantly trying out different cameras, but I usually always come back to the Canon M5. I love the flip down screen, and I love the fact that I can add a mic on top. Now, what I would actually recommend is the Canon G7X Mark II or a Canon M6 for first time vloggers, because it has a flip up screen.
But your girl over here loves some good audio. Should I do an ASMR video? I think I should.
Which is why I sacrifice seeing myself on a tripod to be able to have good audio, but it really just comes down to preference. There is no perfect vlog camera out there yet, so just find one that works for you. So, believe it or not, natural lighting is actually like the best. I recommend that more than anything, especially getting like sheer curtains like this. It kind of works as a natural diffuser. It's amazing. But if I do use a light, I love using a ring light. A lot of YouTubers use this. You can get like, they're not that expensive, but I love it because 1, it's super easy to use, and 2, it makes your skin look freaking airbrush. Like, it makes your skin look good. Show it, don't say it. This is legit one of the biggest secrets that I used to keep to myself. Don't tell us that you went grocery shopping. Show us that you went grocery shopping. Don't tell us that you went to Target. Show us that you went to Target.
So the main reason why I'm here, honestly,
there's such a difference from just sitting in your car saying everything you did that day to actually showing the audience, you know, your whole day. I want to see you going into the store, and I want to see you going in picking out your favorite items.
like, I genuinely am obsessed.
I even want to see you struggling deciding if you should buy something or freaking out over home decor. Just me? No? Okay. So if you're doing a daily vlog from the beginning of the day to the end of the day, and you leave out a lot of huge moments that happen,
that was hilarious.
and it's just you really explaining what you've done already today, like it works, but it's not as interesting as you showing the audience. I love like stalking people and seeing their morning routines, and you don't even have to say a lot. It's just showing what you're doing. One of the mistakes that I did early on in my YouTube career was I was so focused on super cinematic shots that literally all of my shots would be like super zoomed and tight. And like that was it. Like wide angles, this is me trying to get a thumbnail. Wide angles show you so much more of like someone's setting, and I feel like that helps add a lot to your story or your daily vlog. It's kind of like an establishing shot of just showing where I am, opposed to literally this the whole time. Literally just go watch all of my old videos because like no one wants to see a room tour like that. Insert room tour. An overview, that way you can see my entire room all together first. Okay, so here's another little tip that I swear has helped me so much. The hard thing about being a YouTuber is you have to constantly 24/7 keep in your head what you've already shot and what you still want to shoot that day. So it can be really overwhelming. A lot of times I think I shot stuff when I really haven't. What I like to do at least once a day is just whip out my vlog camera and then skim through all the footage that I have. It takes 2 seconds and it literally will help you so much mentally, and it'll honestly make your vlogs so much better. If you're thinking about what type of content you want to upload, well, the first thing I feel like you should do is think about what type of content you actually watch yourself, what interests you. Think about the videos you actually watch on YouTube, because that is probably something that you're interested in. This is something that I've had to learn the hard way. When you upload videos that you like, you are so much more proud of it, and then you're not using the views as a spectrum of like success or validation. That was good. I'm really speaking to myself right now. Also, just the short-term goals of getting viral views for a few seconds really doesn't help you in the long term. For instance, short-term versus long-term. One of my dream goals is to work with Canon or Apple, but I don't show cameras or tech stuff that way. Then why the hell would they even want to work with me? Do you see what I mean? Figure out what your long-term goal is and then figure out the steps to get there. Canon, if you want to work with me, let me know. Don't get stuck into the trap of uploading whatever's just gonna be viral during the moment. For instance, like, I don't know, something you're not into, like slime videos, I don't know. That has nothing to do with your long-term goal. Now, if you freaking love making slime videos, then yo, do it and upload slime videos. But if you're only uploading certain videos because they're getting views, yeah, maybe they'll get 100,000 views, or maybe they'll even get 10 million views, and you'll get a cool paycheck for a second. But it's so easy and like low-key even like toxic just to get in that mindset of just chasing views that way. Okay, so I think we all know that YouTube is so freaking saturated now. So if it's overly saturated, like how do you stand out? So how do you stand out? Think of the biggest YouTubers on the platform, okay? You have like Shane Dawson, Jeffree Star, James Charles, PewDiePie, whatever, right? All of them stand out from each other, and I think this is something that's really crucial that people don't really notice. Like, let's take Jeffree and James, for example. They both do makeup, yet you watch them for different reasons. They could both upload the exact same new foundation review, and you want to watch both of them because you want to hear each of their perspectives, and that comes down to not just their talent, but like their personality. There's so many people who blow up overnight and in a year they have over 1 million subscribers, but it's because they stand out somehow. It's not because there's too many people uploading videos. So another comment that I get all the time is actually from people saying they wish they could do my vlogs, but they feel like their life is boring, you know, they don't go on expensive vacations, or their life isn't super luxurious. Have you watched my vlogs? Literally, I feel like every single vlog I pretty much do the same thing. I get ready, I make coffee, I maybe go shopping. That's the fun part about YouTube, is doing the same thing 20 different times, but showing it 20 different ways. Like for instance, when I get ready in the morning, some days I'll do a chit chat, get ready with me, and I'll do my makeup. Some days I'll do a time lapse. Some days I'll do like a clicky ASMR thing. Like, it's just, I think that's the fun part where you get to be creative. Believe it or not, my favorite vlogs are actually home vlogs. Like, I love people just chilling, living their life, doing their thing, making their coffee. That's just like what I like watching. Okay, so my next secret is, if you yourself can't sit through your own video that you have spent days and hours making, then no one else will. Okay, so if you're watching your final video and you're already bored watching it and you haven't even published it yet, then change something. Maybe cut that one part out that's not that crucial, or add graphics, sound effects. Also, feel free to ask a friend to watch your video with them, and don't watch the video with them, but watch them watching your video. See every single time they look down at their phone, because even though they're watching and they're trying to be a good friend for you, they're still getting distracted and they're getting bored, so then they check their phone. And then literally take notes of certain timestamps of when they're not paying attention. I have my 3 or 4 go-to people that I always send my videos to beforehand, because it's so important to have good audience retention, which is the actual amount of time that a user watches your video, like what percentage of the video they watch, is so freaking important to the YouTube algorithm. So if you want to be successful, you need to have engaging videos. People need to watch your videos, which kind of makes sense. So yeah, just like clickbaiting and stuff actually can hurt your channel, because if you're just clickbaiting, people are gonna be clicking out really fast, and it's not good, fam. So it's worth taking your time. Okay, so one of the number one questions that I've gotten over the years is just from people asking, but how did you actually get millions of subscribers? Like, I'll explain the whole thing like, oh, I was consistent, blah, blah, blah. They're like, no, but how did you get the subscribers? It's almost like they want it to be this huge like secret key or just secret that if I tell them, boom, they'd have subscribers overnight too. It's just being yourself, which is so cliche. I know you're not wanting that answer. Okay, let's talk money. So I think it's not a secret anymore that you can make a lot of money if you are a successful YouTuber. Keyword can. I can confidently say if you are just in this for the money, girl, there's no, girl, guy, dude, whatever, people, there's no way. Like, you won't survive. But if you aren't just in it for the money and you really do love YouTube and you have a passion for making videos, then here are some tips that I actually give my friends who are just starting out and they're growing their following. So here's the real tips, the real tea. The money will come. It may take a while. Guys, for me, it took 4 freaking years. But let's be real, the way you get money is from having good enough content to gain a following that wants to watch that content, to growing your viewers so much that brands and advertisers notice that you have a following, that they'll wanna work with you and promote their products. That is the tea. There are no shortcuts, and guys, honestly, if there were, I would tell you. Okay, so yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that you don't have to have the nicest camera or the nicest equipment or spend thousands and thousands of dollars. Like, you can still have a very successful channel without all of that. And when it comes to making money, like, don't worry about the money, because if you love what you're doing in anything in life, in any career, like if you love what you're doing, the money will come. You just love what you're doing, and that is so much more important. And I'm just like, I feel like I'm preaching. Also, I don't know if you guys can tell, I am so sick. But yeah, I hope that this helps some of you guys out if you're starting YouTube, if you've done it for 10 years, if whatever. And if you want more videos like this, let me know, because there is so much more that I didn't even cover. I feel like there's so much more that I could talk about. But yeah, I love you guys so much. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week with a new video. And yeah, bye. Mwah.